You're listening to The Real Short Box, a comic book podcast made for geeks by geeks.
Good evening, and welcome to The Real Short Box. Tonight, the guys and I, we're going to be talking Taylor Swift and comic books. Take it away, Donald.
Yes. Weird, Bonnie, because it's in the morning right now. I don't know where you're at. I think you're in Japan, and I'm in Australia right now. Mate, good day. A dingo ate me baby. No, I don't know where we're at, but the timing is different for all of us because we're all across the globe right now, spreading the love.
5 o'clock, ready to drink here.
Yeah, it's drink o'clock somewhere. We're spreading the love of the Real Short Box all across the globe, much like Taylor Swift spreads her love of music across the globe. We are ready to just belt it out. We're going to take center stage right now and show Taylor what is. We give her what for. Am I right, Kevin? Am I right, Kevin?
Absolutely. She is on fire right now. Supposedly now she is now officially a billionaire, according to Forbes.
Oh, geez. Wow.
And her movie, The Era Tours, made a ton of money in its brief time at the box office. Right around $250 million. Had that opening weekend of $92 million. Unbelievable.
And I think it just ended this weekend. Like, I think just like, or not this weekend, last couple of weeks it ended. So it ran about 6 or 7 weeks or something like that. It was a long run, a lot longer than everyone thought it was. It kept getting extended.
Yeah, because it made a ton of money.
It made so much money. That shit crashed things, crashed apps, crashed sites, crashed the economy. It like we're gonna start using, instead of dollars, we're gonna use Swifties. Like it'll be like, oh, can I get a gallon of milk? That'll be 10 Swifties, please. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know my nephew.
I'm
My
sure
12-year-old
Swift currency would far outvalue the USD within
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
minutes.
Yeah. When you go to pay, it'll go Swifty. It'll be on an app. You just click it. Swifty.
I'm
glad
I'm glad it was successful because I feel like it was such an experience and it's going to create this new experience in the theaters. Like all the people were going and they were dancing and they were enjoying themselves and it was like they were in that concert. And I'm really hoping that this is the beginning of a new trend that we get a lot more of, like we are with more Broadway shows. More shows of those are getting taped. But hopefully it's going to be similar.
It was like Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, you know, all the girls were screaming and going nuts and people were dancing around and shit. Yeah, it was insanity. Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. I'm going to do this all night, guys. I'm just going to keep doing it. It's fine. Let it happen. But let's be honest. There's a lot of buzz around Taylor Swift right now, whether it be with her lover Travis, oh my God, and the Chiefs, or it be with her talent as a musician, or it be with just the fact that she could be in the X-Men movie as the motherfucking Dazzler, guys. Like, what? Okay, so first of all, what are our thoughts on that? It's probably going to be in Deadpool is what they're talking. So Deadpool's like a X-Men kind of a spin-off thing because he first appeared in New Mutants, which became X-Force, and then he's came from there. He's part of the Wolverine Club, meaning he was part of Weapon X originally or some bullshit. But what do we think of that? Do we approve of her being an X-Men like character like the Dazzler, or do we think it's just like a cash grab type scenario?
It's definitely 100% a cash grab.
Yeah.
Of course it is, because she's on fire.
She's not exactly known for her acting capabilities.
Yeah.
No offense to Taylor. You know, she's a very talented woman, but acting is not exactly one of her strong points. But who knows? You know, people can improve. Justin Timberlake used to be a crap actor, and now he's pretty passable. So
just a crap person.
That's true.
Too.
But you could protect her though around other actors though. There's other actors that can kind of protect her in a sense, you know, when they're doing a scene.
Right.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, just get her a really solid acting coach, like perhaps Professor Turner over here.
But I mean,
there you go.
It's well, you can only teach talent if it's there. Like you can't, like it's about teaching if someone doesn't have
You
talent,
can take a horse to water, but you can't teach it to drink, right, Chris?
Exactly. Yeah. Like you gotta like, that's what I look at when I see potential students, or when I see students, I have to look at the potential of whether they have anything potential for growth. What I've seen of her, I don't think she does. I mean, she performs well as a singer, but put her in a musical, sure, but I don't think an acting role, especially something like superhero, like action-y.
Okay. All right,
work.
hear me out on this. We take, let's see, we take Fire Down Below's superstar. Also the superstar of what was that? What's the other films? With DMX, and he was in what was it? Kevin, what other films was he in?
But DMX was in?
No, DMX was in at least one film, and he was in with a karate sensation.
Cradle to the Grave? Are you talking about Jet Li?
No, it wasn't Jet Li. It's
Romeo Must Die?
No, it's what's his name? With the ponytail and
Steven Seagal.
Yeah, he ate his feelings. Steven Seagal. Yes. So I feel like, what if we could put because he's so good at working with like rap stars. Why don't we try putting him with Taylor Swift? So we have Steven Seagal and Taylor Swift starring in, and it could be like instead of Long Shot or something, we could just call it Rim Shot.
Oh
like
my God.
Steven Seagal and Taylor Swift starring in Rim Shot. And it's all like the D team of X-Men. So we get like Maggot and Chamber and Skin and those motherfuckers that nobody knows who they are.
All right.
No? Okay.
I like your idea, but the issue, I say the biggest issue that I have thinking as a producer or director, the biggest issue I have with it is it'll become the Taylor Swift show. People will be paying tickets to see her, so then they have to give her more screen time. They got to give her bigger and bigger. Next thing you know, it's Daredevil, or it's Deadpool starring Taylor Swift. It's Taylor Swift as head, and she's not even playing Deadpool. It's like Taylor Swift in Deadpool with Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
It's like and I think that's a disaster. Yeah, I understand Disney is missing that demographic, but that's what their animated films are for.
That makes sense. I mean, I get it. I get the animated idea.
I wouldn't be mad at Taylor doing an animated Disney film. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Wait. Like singing in it, or just like being a voice actor in it? Both?
Both. Yeah.
Okay.
I think whatever part you give her, she has to sing.
They just announced that we're going to get Frozen 4, and I never knew there was a 3. There wasn't a 3, was there?
No, that's being in the works now. There's actually going to be 5 of them.
So, okay.
That's a lot of Frozen.
Yeah. Why don't we get like a crossover and call it Frozen Entanglement? Yeah, baby.
Hey, I love Tangled. I think it's one of my favorites.
That doesn't care for Frozen.
Okay, so Tangled is great.
I really don't care for Frozen.
But I think the short film for Tangled was better.
Yeah, the pilot for this TV show.
All about the horse with the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Freaking tastic. Can't go wrong with that, guys. Can't go wrong. So we have Taylor Swift. You guys are saying we should pivot and we should put her as a singer and voice actor for an animated Marvel film. Here's the problem with that, is that Marvel has traditionally shit the bed when it comes to their animated films.
We didn't say Marvel. We said an animated Disney film.
Just an animated. Okay. So we're pivoting away from Marvel and we're going to Disney in general.
I think it's just bad. I think she's just a bad pick for
premise as well, doing an animated Marvel with her.
Well, I think that like the best character she could play for a Marvel film would be Dazzler, because her voice creates her power. And that's what Taylor Swift is all about. She's all about her voice creating her power. Her voice is her power. She gets her power back through her voice. So it just makes the most sense to me that she would be the Dazzler.
It's also an argument.
It's also all about shaking it off.
I don't hate it.
Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely shaking a lot of things off, including Travis I think she shook him off a few times. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yep.
Keep this
I went there.
PG.
Why?
But yeah,
Okay.
in the right context, though, in the right context, in the right medium, that could work.
I think it
Okay,
worked better as an animated film than I think she'd be better in animated than she would in live action, because I cannot see her doing an action scene.
I think they realize that, and I think it's going to be. You remember? I think Brad Pitt was a character in Deadpool 2, if I recall.
Yeah.
And he like parachuted down into a freaking wood chipper or some bullshit, right? Like it was a whole scene of all of these extra characters, his X-Force or whatever, just dying rapidly in different scenarios, being electrocuted and yada, 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 right? Kind of hilarious scenes. So I could see like Dazzler being something like that, a quick snippet of a scene. Because what I think they're doing is what we're talking about is that they're saying that Deadpool 3 is going to be all about the multiverse. Like it's going to be like Deadpool's Secret War. So it's going to be him kind of traversing the multiverse and running into certain characters, and Wolverine coming in tow with him possibly, or him running into Wolverine and Wolverine sticking by his side, no pun intended, and them going on and figuring out some things and blah, 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 kind of like a buddy cop thing. It's going to be like Lethal Weapon with Wolverine and Deadpool. And they're going to be jumping through multiverse channels, kind of like, hopefully it'll be like we wanted Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness to be, but did not get.
Well, what I heard was the plot was that Deadpool goes back in time to save Wolverine from dying, and so then the TVA comes and tries to stop them, and they're running from the TVA. That's what I heard.
That could be too. And the TVA, though, but the TVA monitors multiple timelines, not just time itself, but timelines in multiverses. So they operate the whole multiverse. So that could possibly be correct. And that's where we get that story. That's where we get them traversing the multiverse. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, what do you guys think about them pivoting away from Kang the Conqueror and possibly going to Doctor Doom? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know if they're doing that because they just hired the Loki writers to write Kang Dynasty.
Right, but with Jonathan Majors, us not knowing necessarily whether he's going to be accused or not, like he's been accused, but if he's going to be convicted of his so-called accusations, his so-called crimes, the allegations, thank you, Kevin, of what he's done. If he does get convicted of those crimes, that could cause an issue. I think we all see that, right?
Yeah, I mean, but I guess as of now, they haven't changed the title of the movie. I mean, his case is in December, beginning of December, so.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting one. I think a lot of people will be following that one for sure. I know Kevin is. Kevin's very interested in this case.
Of course.
Yeah.
And they haven't started production of King Dynasty yet, so maybe they'll wait to see how it plays out.
Now, I think it'd be smart, and don't get me wrong. Like I love Doctor Doom, but Doctor Doom has been in 2 Fantastic Four movies already, and they both shit the bed. I'm okay with a little less Doctor Doom right now. We have Kang on the plate. We could pivot and we could do what would be called the War Machine method, and we could just recast. It would be the simplest thing to do. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean he's a variant, so
right.
Like they've already established
they all look the same. Right. They don't all look the same. So you could easily, a lot of people were saying that they really like the guy that played, what's the character from Guardians 3, Kevin, the villain in that one? It wasn't the Collector. It was the...
it's on the High Evolutionary?
Was it the High Evolutionary? Was that his name? Okay. Yeah, the High Evolutionary. You could take the same actor that played the High Evolutionary to play King. A lot of people wanted him. I think the guy that played Black Manta could fucking kill it as Kang. Could just crush it.
Yeah, but that's if Warner Brothers allow that.
I think they're kind of done with Aquaman, to be honest. So I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it's all about Superman now.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear, baby. It's all about the Superman now. Superman is back, and he's better than ever. And there's hype, there's buzz. I am so stoked for this new Superman movie. I know we talked about this not long ago in a podcast, and we'll probably mention it again some more. But I am so excited for that new Superman, and I can't wait. But maybe they'll throw Taylor Swift in there too. What if they cast her as Lois Lane?
I think they have a Lois Lane already. But...
I know, but what if she left and then they're like, we got to get Taylor Swift?
That would be interesting.
Right? Or she's like Ma Kent.
Maybe she can do the theme song.
Or she's
That's true.
Or
she's Aunt May.
You know what's funny? I'm surprised she hasn't done like a Bond song yet. Maybe the next time around when they cast a new James Bond, maybe she'll.
I think her music's right for James Bond.
She really hasn't, actually. Now that you mention it, she really hasn't had anything that's been on a soundtrack, has she?
Well, Cats, if you count her singing in Cats.
The butthole cut.
I never even saw Cats.
Yeah, nobody did.
I completely forgot that she was even in that.
Yeah. I should go back to New York at some point to see some more Broadway plays. Looking up on my wall of some of the plays I've seen.
Yeah,
I definitely should.
I want to go see. I want to see Something Like It Hot.
Ooh la la, Chris! Oh my God, Marilyn Monroe was in that.
Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon.
Yes.
The movie's amazing. I love the movie.
That movie still holds up. It's so good.
It really does. Yeah, it's one of Kevin's favorites.
Of course.
Yeah. I always get the fuzzy end of the lollipop.
So, let me ask you something. If you were to cast Taylor Swift in any superhero film, and I'm just going to throw this out here to give you an example. I would say if they were to cast her, I would throw her out there as Adam Eve in Invincible. I think you just dye her hair. I think she'd make a great Adam Eve from Invincible. What would you guys cast Taylor Swift as if you were to cast her?
I cast her say it's a Batman movie and like you go to like Harvey Dent, like Two-Face is like some kind of like jazz club or something. I would cast Taylor as the singer of the jazz club.
Okay. That's fair.
Maybe like she has some scenes with Harvey Dent or whatever. But
would you be open to making her Punchline?
I don't know that character.
Okay, so that character is Joker's new lover after Harley. Punchline is her name. And you could see that, right? You could see the possibility.
I don't know the character, so I'm not sure.
Because Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn. So if Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn, couldn't you see her being Punchline? Come on, Chris.
Is she crazy like Harley Quinn?
Chris, yes. She's a crazy ass bitch.
Then I can't see her doing it. Then I can't see her do it.
Oh, God, fail. All right, next.
She's like the girl next door. She's like the sweet girl next door.
Bonnie.
She's not like the crazy bitch.
Bonnie, save the day.
I don't know if I'm going to save the day or not, but this is probably going to feel like it's coming way out of left field. But I feel like we are long overdue for a Supergirl reboot or remake.
Ooh.
We're getting one.
And here's the thing. I'm not saying that she should be Supergirl. No, somebody else needs to be Supergirl. But there is the Lois Lane counterpart in Supergirl. And right now her name is escaping me, but she's Lois Lane's younger sister. And she plays the best friend to Supergirl.
Huh.
What I mean,
when it gets to the boarding school. I can't, for the life of me, her name is escaping me right now.
Well, I mean, you could always make her like Lana Lane or like Lori Lamaris or something like that, to where she's like part of the Superman world, so that she would still exist within that world.
I mean, we are getting Supergirl in space. So
wait, what?
Yeah, we're getting Supergirl, and it's gonna be like she's gonna be out in space or something, doing something.
Super excited about that idea, by the way. You got to throw some of the soups out in space, man. Like, I thought it might have been Superboy, but, Supergirl, that works too.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, it was one of the 7 announced projects.
Kevin.
Okay.
What do you
That
think?
actually makes me a little bit excited because as terrible as
maybe
it is, I love Supergirl.
Yeah.
Tell me
May-
later, man.
maybe Marvel's version of Enchantress.
Wait, you want her in the Enchantress? You want her to be the Enchantress? Didn't they already decide that what's her name was the Enchantress? Or am I
who?
wrong?
Who?
The Loki variant, the female Loki
Oh,
variant.
that's right. I forgot about that. You're absolutely right. Sylvie.
Yeah.
That's right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Maybe Nova.
How about DC's Enchantress? We can go with that.
Yeah, okay. DC Enchantress. Although we
I
kinda
like
saw
that idea.
already. Although we kind of saw that already. DC is Enchantress.
Yeah, we didn't. That
No.
doesn't count.
Fine.
That was
We'll go with
bullshit.
the DC version of
They were
the
trying to do
Enchantress.
what they did with the Scarlet Witch for DC. They were trying to do that with the Enchantress in
And it didn't
DC's
work.
world. It didn't work at all. So I like a nice reboot on that. I'm cool with. Or hear me out on this. We could have her be Black Orchid from Justice League Dark. She could be Black Orchid, to where she could take on the ability and look of anybody. Like she could.
That's true.
She's like
Right,
kind
so-
of a mystique.
They don't actually have to have her in the movie because you could have all these other actors playing other parts. I like
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. That's a good one. Right? Yeah. Yep. I think we've got it. All right, everybody. We've got it settled. We want to hear what you guys that are listening to us right now think. So comment, like, subscribe, follow the leader. I don't know. Just give us some of your thoughts on what you think about Taylor Swift and who do you think she should play and why. And if you like her music as much as Bonnie does, because Bonnie's a huge Swiftie. Big fan. Bonnie's a big fan. She's got a big banner on her back wall. I can see it right now. It's huge. It's just Taylor Swift's face. It's crazy. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, there you go. Oh, she's getting a tattoo right on her bum. Good job, Bonnie. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you all. Follow us on all of our podcast platforms, Spreaker, Spotify, Amazon, Google, Apple, et cetera. Listen to us. If you can't find us, reach out to us. We'll get on the platform of your choosing. But with that, thank you for tuning in. And if we don't see you out and about anytime soon, perhaps we'll see you
at an artistic, alluring, but always swift comic book shop.
This has been The Real Short Box. We'll see you at the comic shop. Thanks for listening.